Hey guys, it's another beta episode of the KickCast. In this episode, Isaac and we talk another gaming project that we hopefully will make it through. We also learn about some paper making a comeback, and Isaac throws down the gauntlet. So we're going to see the showdown on there. And finally, we hear there's steak on the menu for one of our products. So sit back, relax. It's time for the KickCast. Hey everybody, it's time for another beta episode of the KickCast. I am Ktdata, and of course, joining me as always is the one and only Isaac. How are you doing, Isaac?
Very good, very good.
The KickCast. We're still in beta, so we're still working out the kinks and everything. But you see, we're getting a little more fancy. But this is the podcast about Kickstarter and other crowdfunding platforms. And you might be wondering, what in the world is a crowdfunding platform? It's the idea that you come out, you say, I want to make this product, I want to make this happen, whatever it is. Could be a play, could be a movie, could be something you designed. And you put it on this website and say, if I can raise this much money, this will become true. And then you can have incentives for people and everything. And that, in essence, is the KickCast. So the reason why we do this is because, Isaac, do you spend lots and lots of time?
Too much time perusing Kickstarter.
Yeah. And
time not wasted, though.
It's not wasted. But
you get to see what's moving and what's shaking.
It's my excuse, at least, to spend more money. Yeah. So what we do is we pick 4 products. We've narrowed it down to 4 because we've gotten a lot of input from you. And before I go on, since we are still in beta, please let us know, kickcast@ktdata.net. We enjoy it. We do try to change it so it kind of fits better. All right. But,
cool.
Isaac, let's just jump into our first project right here. And
let's do it.
So you, as we all know, you and I are big gamers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like huge gamers. And one of the things that, I think is a problem for people is like the, you want to find a device, but you see the PSP Vita out there, the 3DS, they're kind of all fragmented. The one kind of platform that I haven't seen a lot of things come out with is Android.
For sure.
You pretty much have to have
you just got one of these is all you got.
Yeah. You pretty much have to have a phone to do it, but do you really want to give that to a kid?
No, I'm not going to give a kid a cell phone.
That's, it's like, so this
we need the DS of Androids is what we need.
And this is essentially it is. It's called the MG, and they claim to be the first portable gaming Android right there. And I'm actually excited about this because it's actually something I expected people to do a lot sooner than this, but they haven't, and which is super surprising to me. What it actually reminds me of is, did you ever hear of the GP32 or the GP2X?
Vaguely.
So what the GP32 is a handheld that was built on Linux, which Android is also built on Linux, and the whole community actually came behind it and built software. And I think the development software over there is actually still pretty well maintained, and people kind of keep in contact and still develop things for it. That's what it reminds me of. And the nice thing about this is the company is called PlayMG. And what they actually wanted to do is help in redesigning gaming. If you've noticed, since we do have iPods and iPads, a lot of the gaming is going away from dedicated handhelds and everything. But they also, come with the drawbacks of contracts and data plans. And,
right.
If you're parents of kids, you really don't want to deal with all that.
Is there any other way? Anything better? It's the MG, right?
Yeah, it's the MG. I've actually seen other things kind of build something out like this, but it's not to what I would say the standard, because they kind of envision this for kids. And
speaking of parental, I think it has parental controls on it, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it runs on. It has parental controls. So they actually they announced this a couple days ago. Is they teamed up with MasterCard to do something called Smart Spend. So it's essentially you have a debit card for the kids, and you can preload how much ever money is on there. And once a kid spends all that money, they'll have to come to you and talk to you about it. Which I don't have kids, but Isaac, you're closer to having kids than I am. What do you think?
I
about
have
this
nieces.
idea?
And this is good because, even my nieces and nephews, they'll take my mom's iPad and in the iTunes store, you know how it saves your passwords?
Yeah.
They'll just go on there and go crazy. 99 cents here, 99 cents there. I mean, the kids need their own little universe, their own little playground for the digital universe to stay in. Plus, it keeps them off mom and dad's iPhone, right?
Yeah. And if you think about it, it gets expensive, because those 99 cents just start adding up. And the nice thing about the Android store and a lot of gaming in general is everything through this free-to-play model.
For
So
sure.
You can play the
no
game.
more $60 games.
And it's nice when you have kids, too, because kids are, they'll get bored with games really quick. And
Yeah, all they want to
They'll-
do is just,
they'll just want to add more to it.
wait till they're in their teens to go through a whole Uncharted series.
Yeah. Or in your case, recently.
Yeah. I did play all the Uncharteds.
Yeah.
It was nice.
So what's super nice about this is actually the hardware. It's not, throwaway 4-inch screen, which I think is pretty good. It gives a nice grippy size. Some of the larger phones from bigger than 4 inches, I think it might be a little hard for a little kid to hold. And it's running on a Cortex A5 processor at 1 gigahertz.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the fastest thing out there, but I think it holds its own. Like you're an Android user. Aren't you on the Atrix right now?
Yeah. Atrix 4G ICS should be coming out here in a little bit, but we'll be looking to see what the new iPhone looks like when it comes out. But I've enjoyed the Android a lot.
And
I was super excited to do core processor.
Yeah.
So.
And you haven't seen any sluggishness.
Oh no. It will run any game fine. I mean, it has plenty of juice in it, and I think this has plenty in it as well. And the price, I mean, they're trying to keep it down. It looks like. How much? What are the reward levels for this project?
Yeah. Before we get to that, I just want
go
to
ahead.
add some more tech specs onto it. So
Sure.
it's coming on. Like you said, your Atrix hasn't got an ice cream sandwich. It comes with ice cream sandwich on there.
Yeah.
Which is a nice one. It comes with a front-facing camera. I think Samsung's the only other person that kind of has a device sort of like this, but it's more an iPod Touch competitor. I don't think that one has a front-facing camera. I could be wrong on that, but it has SD cards, so. You can add more if they run out of space. It comes with all the sensors that you expect, a gyroscope, a compass, accelerometer. So it's going to be compatible with a large amount of games.
Yeah.
And in my case, my cousins would always want Temple Run. So it's going to be perfect right there. And kind of going back to those there, what's nice about it is it actually tells you that it will actually email you what devices or what things you bought, so you can kind of keep an eye on what the kids are buying. So
Yeah.
they're not buying some.
Check
porn
it out,
app
see what
that
they're
we threw,
downloading. Yeah.
So that's a really nice thing. And so, how long do you think until this thing's released?
Most Kickstarters go 7 months to a year, right?
Yeah.
So I know the answer.
Okay.
But for the sake, November, right?
Yeah. So if you're an actual Kickstarter reward, you can actually see on the rewards level right here is November 2012 is where they are trying to deliver for the early backers. So let's kind of go through the different reward levels
sure.
right here.
Start here. $5.
So $5, that's kind of the basic Kickstarter where you get your name on their website.
They'll put it on your website.
Yeah.
Kevin, this is what you bought back.
Yeah.
99.
Okay. I'll be honest with you guys. I already backed this project, so you can probably guess what my recommendation is for this. And so they have. So if you get, it's a limited run, so they still only have 1,800 left or so. For $99. If you miss that out, you can actually pledge $149 if you miss the early one, and that will get you around November, which perfect for the Christmas season. So if you know some kids who really want an Android device but you don't want to get them a phone, this is actually a good choice to go. And then they also have multiples like the Holiday Believer.
Oh yeah, you can buy the bulk pack.
There's a developer, which is always important because even though we're basing it on the Android marketplace, we got to worry about it just being there's no development for it. So having developers in, that's really important too. It looks like only 3 developers have backed it right now.
Yeah. So this is, then you got the 5,000.
Yeah.
It's the
10 of them, and they're all custom engraved with your name and everything. So maybe we should get them and give them away. on the KickCast.
Yeah, once we have a revenue stream,
Yes.
that might be a possibility.
If only I was built for money, I would get that and give them away.
Now look at this. I think this is a pretty lofty goal.
Yeah.
$950,000.
So this kind of brings us more to the insider track on Kickstarter, where some people think you post up a project on Kickstarter, you're just going to magically get money. You'd be wrong. Putting it up on Kickstarter is only part of it. In my opinion, it's all about your marketing, your advertising,
Plan, marketing,
networking, and trying
and transparency.
Yeah.
They want to lay out and see what the money's going towards and what are they building.
People want to know where the money's going, and then you don't want to get grand schemes. This is kind of building off the Oculus Rift, because if you actually watch the video in this Kickstarter project, it looks like they already have like a prototype and everything. So they
hired some comedian.
Yeah. So they're actually pretty much a little more better off than some people are. So that might be something you want to think of. So this could just be them trying to get advertising out there.
That's what I'm thinking too. I mean, I think it's a good idea, but Kickstarter is a good platform for people who not necessarily don't have the resources to make it come to fruition. It looks like these people are going to market no matter what, but this is that extra exclusive launch and to help get the word out.
Yeah. So, Isaac, I got to ask you, back, track, or sack?
Well, we all know you're backing. I'll track it because I'm curious to see how close they'll go to the goal. And if I get the new iPhone, then I'll probably want an Android device to play some games on. $99 is pretty tempting, so I'm going to track it and see how it comes along.
All right, so that's our suggestion for the first one. So
let's move on to our next item.
Do you want to introduce our next project?
Yeah. So this is, well, let's just preface this for a little bit. This is old school tech. I mean, the thermal printers have been around forever, and you thought they could only print receipts that you get in the restaurants. Well, you thought wrong.
Wait a minute. You're telling me all this work I get away from carrying around paper, and now you're bringing a product.
Yeah, paper's coming back.
All right. So kind of explain more what's going on here.
You know all this? We're going back to just paper. Anyways, okay, so let me give you a little bit more information on this. This is called the mPrinter, an analog printer for the digital world. Let me pull up my... Oh, dear. I went to the KickCast Beta 2. KickCast Beta 3.
We're in Beta 3, man.
I know. All right. So this is kind of interesting. Basically, it's a thermal printer, and they wanted to have just unique little snippets that you could print out and just different ways to get those snippets feeded in. For example, you can scrub it from a site or a weather site, and they can print you like the weather for the week or whatever, or they can print you a little Sudoku ticket. Let me give you some specs on this. Small, it's portable. It prints dynamic snippets. They call them mPrints. They can print simple text, HTML images, and the coolest part is they want to make this full. They want to get to the point where they have full dynamic data, so it can scrub something and just print out different information. There's a USB version and a Wi-Fi version, and they're trying to make this as small as they can. They want to have a little lithium-ion battery. You can just plop it somewhere in your room, or just push messages to it. They were going to make a 3-inch version, and they made their goal, the $20,000. They've already raised $70,000. They only wanted 10. This kind of baffles my mind because, like you said earlier, I mean, it seems like we're moving away from the digital. I mean, it seems like we're in the digital landscape, and why are we going to go back to text? I mean, do people really like that tactile feel? Isn't that what a Kindle, the semicircular diodes are for?
Yeah. So I think this is overall.
Yeah.
But I don't like just like the Stompy. I don't see any practical use for this.
Why are people backing it?
I don't
That's what
know.
I'm trying to figure out. If I'm missing something, please tell me. If there's something so cool out there that this can do that hasn't already been done, let me know.
Yeah, KickCast it, Ktdata not. Please let us know because
I can't figure it out.
To me, it's a cool project. but I don't think I would do it. I would probably say so.
But I had to bring this to our attention because I thought it was really
So-
unique. But there's some different reward levels. I mean, it goes your 10, 25. I'm not going to break down each one. But
Actually, how much is it to get actually one of these units?
$100, but those are sold out, so you got to
Seriously?
do 125.
$120 for that.
A thermal printer.
For a thermal printer. Wow. I'd rather buy 120 Arduinos from the DigiSpark.
Seriously, I don't know why. I mean, and it's already been back, so I need to jump on the blog or the forum to see what other jabbers about.
Yeah. So like I said, let us know on there. That is the mPrinter.
mPrinter.
And-
They've already been backed. 579 backers. So
Yeah.
check it out.
All right.
Drop us a line. See what you guys think.
All right. So let's go on to our next product. And so you know that Isaac and we live in Utah. And I think it's kind of becoming a theme that we always have to cover something that's in Utah. So this is from our neighbors in Orem, Utah, which is north from us or south?
Orem
is north.
is north.
Yes, north.
And could you just, I just want one project that I can actually afford and something that's cheap. Could you
Okay.
find me that?
All right, this might be your project. So this is called the Orson Bohn Rock Legacy by Randall Bohn, his son.
You got to pull up this guy.
And I'll show you a picture right here. So he's looking for a modest amount too, only $550.
Give the guy $550.
So what he wants to do is his dad spent most of his life going around the Western U.S. collecting different kind of rocks, geodes, quartz, silver,
That's cool.
fossils,
Yeah.
wonderstone. And it's kind of nostalgic about this because he actually, his dad would take him along. That's a good father-son bonding activity right there.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that, but it sounds like a good
I didn't pick
father-
up any geodes with my dad, but I wish I would have.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Orson Bohn, he passed away, and he had all these rocks just stored in different containers in his backyard right now. So what Randall wants to do is actually take these rocks, finish them, cut them up, make them so you can hang them on your mantelpiece.
Or paperweights, maybe.
Yeah. My question is, when was the last time you've kind of seen them? They're like shined up stones and everything that you kind of see in places.
Let's pull a picture of one of them.
I personally would never do that, but I guess somebody wants to do that on there. But let's see. Well, let's see if you can pull it up or not.
So here's a basket of the rocks that he's collecting.
So he has a crate of rocks, and that looks like quartz to me. I'm not a geologist or a rock expert, so
Yeah.
right there. So
Polished.
They polished it up, and what's he going to use them for? Wants to do this, but he needs money for taking a class that I don't even know what that class is. It's listed actually on the bottom of the page, or that laboratory class or whatever it is.
And then this is what you call transparency in a project right there.
So he wants a rock tumbler. He needs stuff for a website and everything. This is the transparency you want and everything. What really caught my eye outside that it being from Orem, Utah, is scroll down to the $90. Right there, it says that you and one guest will be invited for the Orson A. Bohn 75-year anniversary. Steak is on the menu. Also get special recognition on the Legacy website. You will need to be in Orem, Utah in March 2013 to receive this reward.
So I think is that other person your bodyguard or a police officer?
I don't know, Isaac, but you know what came to my
I don't know if I want to show up to a barbecue with rocks.
Steak is on the menu. Steak.
I'm the steak.
But well, what I'm thinking, Isaac, is that you and I should go in $45 each.
Okay. Broadcasting from live Orem. Here we are.
We'll go doing. Why not?
Okay.
There's steak on the menu.
$90. Maybe we should go do it. It'd be hilarious. Back alive. No
Yeah.
offense to Orson.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is a great project. I just
Imagine that, like dinner. You show up.
It's like Craigslist's worst nightmare
it's
versus
like
Kickstarter.
everybody's like, oh yeah, I was Orson's daughter, or I was his wife. I was like a cousin or something. Who are you guys? Oh, we just donated our money.
We
on
donated money on
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter. We got invited to this barbecue. Is this where we get the steak?
Yeah, the steak is what sold me.
Can I check out these geodes?
Yeah, the geodes.
Okay.
This makes me miss Beavis and Butthead. But
So where are we at though? 169
out of
going for 550. This is probably the most advertising he'll get outside of.
yeah, I think that 169 was probably from his family and everything.
Yeah. We should each give him $1.
As much as I want to say back on this, I'd have to say sack. I mean, this is it's a noble idea and everything, but for $550, honestly, he can himself to do this.
And how long did it take him to make this Kickstarter project?
Yeah.
You can go scrum up some cash.
Yeah, and if he really cares about it, I would. If I probably would have gotten a little bit more from me if his video was a little bit, it didn't really touch me that much. Once you
This
get past,
is more of a tribute to his dad.
Yeah. Once you get past the idea, like, oh, his dad died, there's nothing more out of there, other than getting a rock. So I'd have to say sack. Would you say sack?
Yeah, and I'm scared the rocks would be haunted. I'll sack as well.
All right. So let's go on
All right.
to our last project of the night. And
Okay.
Isaac, explain
So this
that.
is the last project. We got these little things. They're cool. Apple made them. They were made by a designer. But don't you want
Johnny
something-
Eyes, man. Sir Johnny Eyes.
Sir Johnny Eyes. How cool would it be if we could just make something artistic, multiple angles, using that magnetic technology? And it is the FACET or the FACET. I don't know how you say it exactly. The guy's from Belgium.
I have to tell you, though, I love this company name, though. It's I Love Handles. If anything, I'll give them props.
Yeah, no. I think it's cool. So this is a really simple idea. Basically, it's a three-standing tripod, 3 different sides. There's magnetic. I'll read you the
It's a
exact
giant
description.
magnet, isn't it?
It is, but it uses the same magnets in your iPad case, the same setup. Has 3 iPad stands. There's 3 angles, 3 viewing angles. There's 35 degrees, 75 degrees, and 55 degrees. And so you can, like, if you're laying on your bed at night, or if you're sitting and you want to put it on your coffee table, or you just want your iPad to look cool sitting on the middle of your coffee table, you can put your iPad up. You can view it. It comes in black and white. They're selling a version without the magnets in it and with the magnets inside of it, made from ABS plastic. It's really cool. I think it looks clean.
Okay, so you just said putting it on your coffee table. If your iPad's just sitting on your coffee table and you're just displaying it, I think you bought the iPad for the entirely wrong reason, Isaac. They sell display models for much cheaper.
I think they make it look. I think it complements the industrial design of the iPad.
But it looks a little big. Like if you look right here, you can see it in real life on a table, and the guy's hand. It's like the size of his hand already.
It is a little big, but this is not any ordinary stand. This is for your ostentatious. You love your Apple products. You want to set it out in the middle. You think about the functionality here. Laying on the side of your bed, it'll prop it up. Lots of times your magnetic cover flips down. It pops off. This has a nice beveled curve edge that complements the curves of the iPad.
Well, the thing with this is I don't really see a need for it. I mean, we are right here. Like, what else do we need? We have the smart covers. Like, you and I both are using smart covers.
I want something that looks cool with 3 different angles.
And to be honest, like, I rather have the. Remember when we covered in our first beta the smarter clips? That's my smarter stand clips are coming in, and I think it would do the exact same thing. It would hold it at different angles. I think there's more angles. You're limited to 3 angles on this.
But it doesn't look as cool.
I think it looks cool. Different angles.
Have you seen those old school jets like the Concorde and how they put it on that stand? Why don't you pull up this picture? This is the iPad Concorde. Yeah, that's right. Right there. I can only argue my case in imagery. And here it is.
I'm totally not seeing it. It's just an iPad that's standing there. Like,
So this is what's going to happen. When this comes to fruition from here later on, I'm going to have my iPad standing right here, and we'll let everyone vote.
all right, challenge accepted. So I'm guessing you're backing this, right?
I'm gonna. You know what? I think I was actually gonna just track it, but now I'm gonna back it.
You better. You just challenged me, so you better.
I did challenge you. This is the deal. I wanted to give this project some more love because it needs 15,000 and it only has 1,076 or $1,760. 31 days to go though. They're gonna make it, and I'm gonna be a part of this.
How
this
much is it
beautiful
to get
thing.
a stand?
So it's $30 just for the plastic one, but it's. Or excuse me, $5 for the plastic one, but $30 with the magnetic components in it.
That's
not bad.
That's
30
not bad.
bucks. 30 bucks.
Considering I paid 70 for this thing.
There we go. Okay, that's the best argument right there, and you gave it to me.
All right. Crap.
So you should track it.
Yeah. I honestly, I'd say track. On this.
$30 is not bad.
Maybe I've just had fatigue out of it because I swear every project is a clip.
That
a
is true.
stand,
That is true.
or a case. For
I feel
an
like
iPad
this
or
is
an
a breath
iPod,
of fresh air in that pool of stands.
you know. But
So
I can see it, but mostly I'm mobile, so this is why I probably don't see a need for it. Is because I'm not putting that in my bag.
That's true.
That's the
That's true.
whole reason I got the iPad was to get a bit more mobile. If I'm going to do that, I might as well carry my laptop around, which I kind of do already, anyways.
there's lots of reasons too, and not. But so I'm gonna back this.
All right. So, and that is the FACET. Lean on me. Lean on me. I won't sing. I won't sing. All right. So, those are all the
Cool.
four projects.
The 4
that we
projects.
picked. So, if you liked any of them, or if you hated any of them, or you thought we just said something ridiculous,
Yep.
let us know at KickCast@ktdata.net, or you can tweet us at KickCast, or on G+ at plus.kickcast.net, or and then again, if you want to actually see any more of these live or want to go actually see these projects, we will have them on our show notes at kickcast.net. They'll be up fairly shortly.
Check it out.
Again, we're always trying to improve this. Our next episode, have we pretty much nailed it down to Thursdays?
Yeah, we'll be broadcasting
Okay,
Thursdays.
yeah.
We're gonna try to shoot for a little bit earlier.
As more of this gear comes in, our setup time is slowly coming down.
Yeah.
We're kind of getting everything a little bit better. So hopefully by the end of this, we'll starting at 6 or 7 Mountain Time at live.kickcast.net. Other than that, Isaac, do you have anything else to say before we head off into the sunset?
No. This was good stuff, though.
Yeah.
I enjoy.
So, but if you have
Catch us 2 weeks from now.
any suggestions, or if you want us to cover a project, let us know. We'll do that. We like to do that too.
It's true. If you're starting a project on Kickstarter, and we'll put it up.
But until next time, guys. We'll see ya.
Sayonara.
Bye-bye.